TVZ. This should be good. Cats, I really want to hear your thoughts about how this is going to go.
Don't know. Masa is one of the strongest TVZ players that I know. And yeah, I just lost pretty badly to him in the finals of a tournament earlier today.
Oh.
And but Slush is a really unpredictable player. CBT was his best matchup till not long ago. I don't think it is anymore, but it's still pretty good for him. And he's I don't know. He's, like I said, unpredictable. He, like Masa, sometimes in TVC especially, will go like for super macro intensive builds, and Slush is really good at punishing that sort of thing. Yeah.
Should be interesting. Me personally, I feel like both these players very, very solid. Like, I think they're the two most solid players on Root, probably. Consistent results, I feel like. Cats, you're solid too, man.
Thanks.
But you know what I'm saying. I think this should be a great game. In the top right-hand location, Red Terran player Masa. And his opponent in the bottom left, the Blue Zerg player Slush.
Hey, what about Major? What about Vibe?
Major and Vibe are very solid too. But Masa and Slush, man, they're up there. Come on, you can't deny that.
Oh, no. Yeah, definitely. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, Cats.
Hey, what about me?
What about Payam?
Pretty solid.
Most solid, yeah. Pretty fucking solid.
Actually,
Yeah,
everyone in Root is
good.
solid, now that I think about it.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Axeltoss. Quantic Axeltoss.
Cats, just cast. Leave me alone.
Cats just cast. Okay, I'm
You're
sorry.
observing too.
Awesome.
I'll be on my phone.
I'm observing? What?
I'm
What?
just kidding, I'll observe. It's fine.
You got upset already? And okay. Alright, so Masa is built his barracks in a weird spot. Will that be hidden from the drone scout? I don't know if it will or not.
Slush is really wanting this expo to go down. Knows Masa
Oh, yeah.
likes to do the engineering base stuff.
Yeah.
And he's trying to. Look at that. We saw the little outline from the engineering bay. Oh, and Masa gets it down.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And also, Slush's drone scout actually has not seen the barracks. That is like perfectly placed. I'm sure he's done that plenty of times.
Oh, he's gonna see it now.
Oh, okay. Nice. So, you know, about even. Slush got slowed a little bit, but, you know, sending that SCV out so early loses you a lot of mining time, and then you cancel the engineering bay. So, yeah, I don't think there's any advantage yet. What do you think, Cads? Do you think?
Yeah, I think it should be pretty even. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I feel like if Slush wanted to get that hatchery up a little bit earlier,
Yeah.
and maybe just like cut a drone and get it down instead of bringing a second drone down, might have been better. But I'm not sure. And another thing to consider is that if you go for a 15 pool, the economy difference is not huge. If you can go for a 15 pool, 15 hatch. But then again, your hatchery is blocked, so I don't know. I don't know. That eBay block is really annoying. Masa's one of the only turns that does it. I don't know why.
Yeah, it throws off Zerg's build order, which is really good. And, you know, when he does it, he just makes one marine and then builds a command center before the second supply depot, so he gets out his command center really fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't just throw your build off. It just delays you. Like, if you can't get your hatchery down, your queens are later, your injects are later, your larva's later. Therefore, like, your build is, everything's messed up. Oh, 3 command centers of
Wow.
1 Rex.
Yeah, I think he did this last time on this map. We're kind of starting to see Masa's style. Oh wait, but he went double gas last time, so this is different. Never mind, he's all over the place.
Yeah, he has yet to take a gas. It's the 5-minute mark. Adding on 2 additional racks. Meanwhile, Slush doesn't know much about this. All he has is an Overlord just outside the natural expansion. Only saw 3 Marines. But when do you expect Slush's timing to be here as far as scouting, Cats? And how, like, would that be soon? Like, when do you sack that Overlord?
Well, it depends. You may not even have to be honest. Slush should be aware that there's a command center out already, just by how the game has played so far.
Sure.
And as long as like he's getting the 4 queens out, so he's gonna be safe against everything. He doesn't really need to scout for anything, as long as his timings with his Slayer are tight, so that you don't die to Banshee. I mean, you don't have to scout for anything. Now, this bunker that MASA is throwing down at the 3rd of Slush, I've seen a lot of Terrans start doing that. There's a guy on ladder called Energy Coma or something. He does it every single game. It's the most annoying thing in the world. Look at that. Now Slush can't take his expo.
I wonder if he's gonna bait an all in from Slush, because you know when Slush goes behind, he will not hesitate to cheese you. Yeah,
I really got him at like 20 drones.
Yeah.
Those 2 gases, yeah.
He's a little bit later than that. It's okay though.
Maybe
it's not like he's already dropping the 3rd hatchery, double Evo chambers. He's just proceeding as if he had taken a 3rd.
Okay.
Because that's what he usually does. He starts link speed and then he takes a 3rd behind it.
The timing of that layer though. I mean, don't you usually want your layer to finish once 1-1 is finishing?
No. I mean, it really depends on what you're doing. I don't. I start my lair actually before link speed, and then I start my Evo chambers. So Slush does the same, minus he starts link speed and then the lair. It sounds like oh wow, but it's the difference in time is actually pretty small. When you're mining 4 gas, 100 gases is pretty negligible.
Okay.
In timing wise.
Looks like he's getting a lot of lings out to try to deny this this bunker. 2 queens being brought forward as well. So this should go down, but again, this is something like you don't really want to have to do. You don't want to build all these lings right now. Like, you'd rather have drones, I would imagine. You'd rather have the 3rd a lot sooner. So yeah, I think it's definitely well worth it for MASA to have done that. Meanwhile, MASA back home looks like he's going standard, Marine, Marauder. Wait, hold on. Marine, I should say. And then adding on that starport, should be going on the reactor fairly soon, adding on 2 additional racks. Stim is almost done. So, medevac pressure likely, I would imagine.
MASA's like so ridiculously good at making walls. Like I say it every time he plays. It's just so amazing. Like look at that eBay.
I really like those eBays and the supply depots too. Yeah,
it's like so nice. It's like wow.
The only thing that maybe I don't like about it is that the new units. You know, if Slush attacked with like roaches, then his units would be trapped up his ramp maybe. But I don't know. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And MASA's timings with like the, you know, he goes 3 barracks, factory, starport, gets the double medevacs, then gets 4th and 5th barracks, and starts his 1-1. Like, it's always about the same speed as the Zerg's 1-1. It's just like everything is always, you know, just like efficient and really nice.
Yeah, but, I mean, his building placement is always so good. If you're a Terran player at home, this is the guy you want to watch. If you're trying to learn how to SimCity, trying to learn how to cover your flanks, just every single building from MASA, I feel like is just extremely calculated on as to where he's placing it, which is just so cool and more Terran players need to do. Looks like MASA coming out to take out this Overload. Slush has a lot of lings on the map, might try to be aggressive with those, but keep in mind these Marines can just lift up into these medevacs if they do feel threatened. One Marauder getting taken out there, not too huge of a deal. Slush just trying to show some presence on the map, deny the 3rd, or at least delay it a little bit. Maybe try to keep MASA from pushing right now as he tries to get Infestors out.
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps. He's also getting Burrow. I like to. Oh, Slush is gonna catch a tank and like 4 Marines there. That was really nice.
And he runs to the main.
My God.
It's not a good start, but keep in mind MASA does have a squadron of Marines and medevacs heading up the top side of the map. Lings doing a lot of damage in the main base, taking out all those Marines. SCVs running for their lives. That's fancy.
Yeah, so we see that MASA actually is human and not a robot from Korea.
Yeah. And the counter going to the 3rd.
He left the supply depot down.
Yeah, it's a huge mistake. On MASA's defense, Slush
the counter
is more active with his slings than I don't know, than most players, to be honest. It's like Slush and Chef and Nerchio, like that I can think of, always find a way to run shit in your base somehow. like I don't know, like I watch him play and it's like okay, like every time I do that it doesn't work.
Yeah.
They just do it though.
Yeah, it's the same for me. When I'm playing against them, it's like I think I'm safe against Ling run-bys, and then I look away for 1 second, and I come back, and there's freaking Zerglings everywhere. You know, they're just really good at that.
Yeah.
Slush is definitely annoying.
Yeah, I feel like a really important part of that is really having good map vision and good awareness of where your opponent is. because there are situations where you don't necessarily want to counter with those lings if your opponent is at like your front door, so you don't necessarily have the opportunity to do that counterattack. What Slush did there was he waited, he got a feel for Masa's unit composition, waited for him to get a little bit far away from his natural, and that's when he attacked. Now, if Masa had that supply depot up, you know, how much less damage would have? I don't feel like any damage would have been done, honestly. Based on
no, he would have still killed the tank and like 5 more.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
And then
that's
he
pretty good.
just ran away after that too and kept the Zerglings alive
to defend against the attack from Masa. And Slush handled that pretty darn well, even without Infestors. I think Infestors came out at the very end there and took out the Medivacs. But now Slush is being aggressive with these Infestors, burrowing them, going straight for that third base, likely going to be Infested Terran attack. This is a orbital command, not a planetary fortress, but there are SCVs and mules able to repair. Sees the turret there, so just going to back away. Doesn't want to risk losing those. Good strategy there.
Yeah, hey Cats, when you played against Masa today, did you do burrowed Infestor stuff like that? Maybe you scared him into making a turret like that.
yeah, I did every like
Masa's learned.
He learns from his mistakes. Yeah. Masa
every game today against Masa, like the first game was a really nice macro game, and then like I lost in the late game, but it was a pretty good game. And then every other game was like, okay, I'm gonna like be sneaky because I don't like he's cutting corner, I'm gonna punish it.
Yeah.
And like every time I try to be sneaky, like he would just scout me whatever I was doing. So
Nice.
I felt 3 Olins in a row, but every game I burrowed Infestors inside his base too and almost came back. So yeah, that turret's pretty good.
We'll see if he makes a Raven just because of that.
Yeah, he's
Do
actually.
you think he'll make a Raven?
Going. I don't think he'll make a Raven. Although
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Slush's creep spread is pretty good. Like, that's one of the things that I notice when I play against Slush. It's like I'm scared to move out because the Ling run bys and, you know, sometimes he's all in a unit. It's really hard to tell. And then if you don't push out soon enough, suddenly, you know, 3/4 of the map is covered in creep. Like, it's pretty far out there.
I think it's a little bit harder to spread creep on this map versus other maps, not only because of the rush distance, but because all of the elevation changes. Like, if you don't have vision on the high ground, you just send a Ling over there. Some of their players are too lazy to do that, so don't necessarily do that. Versus like a map like Ohana, where it's just flat land and it's not that far for rush distance. But Slush getting it done fairly well here. Denied a drop at the top side of the map.
Slush's map vision is absolutely ridiculous right now. It's amazing.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
Overload
yeah, like the only thing he doesn't know is if there's a 4th base in the middle.
Yeah,
it's pretty sick. How's Masa ahead in supply right now? Like Slush was way ahead.
I think Slush was slightly ahead. And Slush is getting 33 right now, and he just got Broodlords out.
Okay.
Let's look at the army tab.
Yeah,
Slush is
way
ahead in
more
army.
expensive. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, he's making a bunch more carpers now. So I guess he just cut Zerglings and yeah, he didn't need to make. Actually, has 8 Infestors, all with max energy. That's pretty awesome too.
Yeah. 2
fungals and 2 infested turns on each one. Not bad.
Masa does have 2 Vikings on the way. He already has 5 on the field.
Great job there by by Slush. Like that spore ring is something that he's been trying to get me to do, and something that I need to do.
Yeah, that's like invincible against drops.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
So, you know, I don't think we've seen Masa in like a late game situation in any of the battle royals against Zerg, have we? Like, this is a first.
Yeah, I think so.
He just like mopped the floor with Vibe Blast.
It just comes down to that supply depot thing.
Yeah.
Also, there's another Ling run going on into the 3rd base. The starport is there, not going to be long for this world. SCVs at the 3rd going to go down as well. Masa going to finally back up and deal with that.
It's really nice by Slush. He's just trying to buy time so he can get an even more imbalanced army out. You know, he's just trying to get the money unit composition.
Yeah, free up supply from those Lings as well. Getting good value out of him. He killed us. Starport.
Yeah, he's also burrowed some Lings so he can continue harassing.
Yep.
He actually, I played a pretty epic game against Slush on Daybreak, and he burrowed Zerglings at the 5th base at the bottom, like under the smoke. So every like 30 seconds, he would just run in, unburrow, and then run away. And
wow, burrow at the same place.
Yeah, he killed like 30 SCVs, and I tried to make a planetary fortress there like 3 times, and every time he'd run in and make me cancel it, and he eventually ended up killing it, and that lost me the game. It was really frustrating.
Okay, this game is getting pretty epic.
Yeah.
We have the Ghost Academy on the way. Whether that's for EMPs, I feel like that would be valuable against the Infestors. He has, considering Slush has a lot of them, but Slush has been doing a great job just denying what MASA usually does so well, as far as drops, as far as harassment, as far as counterattacks. It hasn't done any damage to Slush. So MASA's settling in a situation where, okay, he has to go up against a Zerg army that's pretty darn powerful, a lot more powerful than he may be necessarily used to, I should say.
If you look at the units lost tab, it's pretty impressive. Oh wow, MASA's micro is pretty impressive too.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I mean, the Vikings trying to take down the Broodlords. The Corruptors and Infestors trying to take out the Vikings. We have a Ling run by into the natural expansion. Actually, those are the same few Lings from before.
Yeah, he's killing barracks. Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's a lot going on right now, and MASA is microing his Vikings really good. That was the first time he got fungled. Oh wow, wow. He almost got everything fungled, but you know.
Yeah, really nice. Like, it's so hard to do what MASA's doing right now. Like, he's backing his Vikings while stimming Marauders and Marines forward to pick off the Infestors to prevent fungals.
Yeah, he's just throwing like a few units forward. Yeah. Like if this was me, I'd just stim my whole army forward and get my bio army fungled, but save Vikings.
Yeah, it's really impressive. I don't like that he's continuing to try to drop though. That's not working for him. Slush has ridiculous map vision, and I don't think it's gonna work.
So how does Slush approach this from here? How does he approach this fortress that MASA has in the middle of the map in this army?
He has to continue to be cost efficient as long as he can.
Yeah, I think he actually was not like it was like 7,000 to 3,000, and now it's actually evening out. So I just think Slush is kind of losing ground a little bit here.
Yeah.
I would never have guessed that Viking and Bio would be able to beat Slush's max death ball though. This, like, I don't know.
That control.
Like, yeah, just me watching this game, it's like there's no freaking way Masa's gonna win, but he is pretty good.
Upgrades are pretty good for both 3-3.
Well. And Slush is on double Spire now. Upgrades.
Oh yeah.
True.
Yeah. So, but again, MASA has been pretty good at upgrading his air so far.
Oh wow, I didn't even notice that.
Oh. Yeah, Ling's being really annoying. Are they going to take out these Marines Marauders? Yes, they are. So this orbital needs to be reinforced by some army here from MASA.
There's some Lings Burrowed there too.
Yep.
Yeah, Slush was just talking to me about this today as well.
Oh really? Like,
yeah, he says he burrows Lings everywhere as often as he can to either force out scans or use them later on. So it's a win-win situation.
yeah, definitely. He's still got 3 Lings there. He's just so annoying to play against. Like, he's just keeping Masa on 4 base, and he has the 5th base mining gas at least. I mean, he doesn't really need anything other than that. So, you know, he's just slowly pulling ahead in economy. If you look at his bank.
Yeah, those Lings are heroes. They have about 10 kills between the two of them. 11 now, and that's including 3 mules. And he's actually like focusing the mules down too.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, really nice job by Slush.
Yeah, I mean, it's good and all, but doesn't this mean he has to like try to take advantage of the fact that, okay, my opponent, maybe his economy isn't as great, like maybe I have to take advantage of a time that's coming up, or does he just keep pressuring this with Lings forever? I mean, is there a point where Slush has to be like, all right, I've done a lot of economic damage, let's try to attack him?
He can attack whenever, but more cost efficient. Like, the game that Slush seems to be playing right now is to be more cost efficient than MASA. He's been more cost efficient throughout the entire game,
right,
and he has taken more bases than MASA. So say he secures that base, and he secures the base at the center top location of the map. If he mines even half of half of both of those bases, and he continues to be cost efficient, there is 0% chance of losing. You know, because
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting way to play. That's an interesting way to play. Like,
just doing a little spine crawler push here in the middle. Pretty awesome.
Goes down and play, going for a little bit of a snipe there, hitting that Broodlord in the eye, but he's gonna be okay. Vikings coming forward here from MASA.
Oh, Vikings, yeah.
Yeah. MASA's control, pretty impressive.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was actually a little bit of an overkill there. He
22
had
Vikings.
more Vikings than Slush had Corruptors. Slush was trying to sneak in with Infestors to fungal the Vikings, but I feel like he could have gotten a few more shots off and killed some Corruptors.
Yeah. So I guess it's pretty much. What do you think? Like, it's gonna come down to the Ghosts against the Infestors. Whoever uses those units better is gonna end up winning the fight.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Masa should start getting nukes.
Yeah, definitely. Nukes are always good and entertaining to watch, of course.
Look at this Slush.
What is
Like Masa
Rotted?
is basically one and a half base. Like
Yeah.
Slush already killed the bottom base.
Yeah, I feel bad for Massa. He's just can't get any money going. Is after the fight happens, Slush is just gonna remax on Ultras unless he clears the Vikings, and he'll probably go Broodlords again. And I think that there's just no way Massa's gonna be able to win this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at the minerals of Massa right now. It's
Wow,
pretty low. Like, he's having trouble mining.
nice,
Yeah.
nice run bys.
Yeah, what Slush is doing as well with his spines is kind of buying an insurance policy in case he does lose the fight. If he loses the fight and he kills enough, he's like, okay, you can't push into me,
Yeah.
or I'll delay you. Like I'll get time to get my Remax Ultra army out, which is what I would guess he would do here. And yeah, I don't really see Massa winning this if he can't secure another base sometime soon.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that Slush isn't mining the two center bases. Like, he just took them because he could, but he should be, like Kat said, trying to get as much money out of them as possible before Massa runs out and kills them, and then, then he'll have an extra half a base worth of income when both halves of the map mine out. But yeah, I don't know. I guess he has a ton, like 20 drones on one mineral patch at his third base.
Yeah, should transfer some of those guys. Either the top middle or bottom middle. Looks like Massa coming forward here with a lot of ghosts. They are cloaked Vikings trying to target down those Broodlords. So be careful, doesn't want to be...
Someone just pointed out the army values. It's pretty ridiculous for both of them.
We're gonna have a sick fight here. Yeah, Massa only has like 32 SCVs, so his army is huge, 170 supply army.
Oh wow, yeah, 161,
Oh.
144.
Yeah,
But
look at the
Fungals can
army
change that, Infestors can change that in a heartbeat. A bunch of Marines going down.
Massa did
Nice
just
fungal.
EMP the Infestors, but it looks like he only hit like 2 of them or something.
Yeah.
So that's not enough.
Oh my god, the ghosts are cloaked. There's no Overseer here.
Nice
And
EMPs.
sick EMPs. I think 2 Infestors.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Oh,
snipe onto that
perfect.
Infestor.
Ow.
I really would have liked if he sniped the Infestors instead of
EMP.
yeah, but he definitely needs to go right now. This is his only chance. Like, he needs to wipe this army out and then, I don't know, just kill the center bases and try and get his 5th base. Oh, gross.
Good fungal on the Vikings, but...
I didn't really mind the EMPs at all. I thought they were okay because
Yeah, it gave him the opportunity to go and fight, which is what he needed to do.
yeah, like he killed all the Broodlords with the Vikings. Like as soon as he EMP'd the ghosts, he just like attack moved with the Vikings.
Yeah,
So that was nice. And yeah, here's his problem now. He's broke.
there's no Vikings.
Base. And yeah, Slush should be remaxing really on just Ultras here. But he's gonna remax on Broodlords. It's a tiny bit riskier. Oh, he doesn't have an Ultra discovered. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. he
All
got
the Vikings are killed, right?
later.
Yeah, there's only 1 Viking left. Yeah, and there's the GG, so... Well played from Slush.
Yeah, that was really nice. I feel Massa's pain just not being able to get a 5th base up because frickin' Zerglings everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
definitely,
like the bane of Massa's existence that game. Just the Zergling counters.
You're a Bane.